Righto, so in this episode, we're going to be cranking the 12 volt, fitting out the drawers, and just polishing everything up. Right behind me, we've got the box for the 12 volt, so that's going to house a 12 volt battery, and I've got some storage in there for some snatches and that. But I'll give you a walkthrough of what we're doing here. Righto, so this is going to sit right there. So I've built this up already. You've probably seen enough wood chopping. Battery's going to be in here. I'm going to build a little box about 80mm wide off here. It's going to house the charger, a few outlets, fuses and that. So that'll run straight down to the battery, nice and tidy. Divider in here and just, yeah, big old bin for whatever you want to throw in there. Before we get this show on the road, if you haven't already seen ep number 1, go back, watch it, see what we've done in this wonderful patrol of mine. But anyway, let's start hacking at this thing. Righto, so first things first, we're gonna build timber off here, about 100 or the width of that. So that just has something solid to come down onto. Then start from there, build the boot thingy, majiggy. Wait, no. So that's gonna be the power box with all the sauce on it, and I don't think I'll be able to get that on one hander. But anyway, that just clips on there, screws through there, so that'll mount there. But we're going to do all the wiring on the table. Before we crack into the wiring, gonna have to cover this in carpet. Alright, so she's all carpeted up now. Easy access. Hatch isn't on yet, but it's ready to go in. So I'm going to install it now. Got these cables extended up through here, so they'll just plumb straight into the box through that hole that's there. So they'll run up the back into the control box. So here we have Exhibit A, all in, nice and tight. Oops. Say that hinges like that. Cables up through there. So I'm going to put a divider in there. It's going to separate the battery from this storage box. But yeah, that's just going to run up through there, into the back of that thing. Easy access, mate. Alright, so for today, I got that mounted up. Drilled the holes in here to run those cables up out of. Just got to wait for some circuit breakers to come so we can get all this schmick. But yeah, that's where we're at. So circuit breakers are here. Got them breakers and fuse block on. I got the switch panel and the outlet in there. Look at schmick now. Right, so I've just whipped out this little box, 2 switches and another outlet. And this puppy is gonna sit right in there. So that'll control some lights around here and just another outlet there. So the more electrical, the better. So I got this bad puppy control box all wired up now. Just got to hook these up to the second battery, run an Anderson plug for the fridge, and then pretty much ready to rumble there. Over on this side, I'll come around, hold on. So in here I've ran just a twin core for that control box at the back. So I've just ran that up through there. which doesn't get in the way of this drawer at all, so that's nice. Alright, so it's a lovely afternoon. Tinkering. We've got the new circuit breaker in here because the other one flogged out when we had the incident. But in here, we got the battery in there. Should be dusty, been in the shed for a while. But we got that all set up nice. We're just trying to get it going. Nice, power is live. Well, we're cranking. It's got 0 amps going in because the solar's not connected and it's under the roof. But we're still trying to, troubleshoot this thing. So reading the menu well. Excellent work, brother.
Big bro.
Mad, we've got this cranker. We're going to start her up. It's just spitting out. That's definitely an error code. Alright, so she's a nice sunny day, afternoon, whatever you want. Got her out in the sun. Solar's plugged in now. Just going to check out what she's saying. What is spitting? Oh, so that's charging there. Got it bulk charging because the battery has not been in here for about, I reckon it's been a good 4 or 5 months. Probably 4, I'm going to say 4. But it's good to see that's all working lovely. This is set up looking nice. It's not in there yet, but we're going to fiddle around with that next. Fiddle around with this and get everything looking schmicko. But that's looking schmicko to me. Alright, so I said I was going to do some fiddling around, but I might have fiddled around a little too much and accidentally finished these things. All of it from front to back, back to front, except for a few tiny things. But I'm so stoked with how these come up. I'm going to run you through it from back to front. Alright, so first off the bat, I'll put these handles on to help with pulling out the drawers. Put a bit of timber with carpet there to wrap that all together nicely. Looks pretty schmick if you ask me now. So down here we got the 2 switches, 1 and 2. Flicks these babies on, really lights up the back here. For when operating heavy machinery on the, I'm going to call it the utility bench. This thing can be utilised for whatever you want, whatever you need. But I've got a few things in mind it can be utilised for, like chopping up some vegetables and that. Back down here we just got another outlet, 2 USB, cigarette lighter. Turn them back on because I got the kit in here. So in the bottom drawer, I got all the camping needs, puncture kit. I got a portable shower the missus got me. That is a smick bit of kit. Jack, first aid kit, that's a necessity. Just can holder there. And then we got lights, pegs, compressor, hoses, tire deflators, all the good stuff in there. So that's that one done. Come up to the, I'm going to call this a pantry. Just got all the utensils in there, cooking stuff. This is just going to be for like food and stuff, dry food, chuck that in there. Pots and pans and cups down there. But I'm happy with how this has come up. This is very, very handy setup. Beats the other one, eats it alive for breakfast. All right, now we come back to the front that you saw, barely finished. But now this thing is Mickey Mouse in here. So the 12 volt tower slash shitter is all done now. Pop the hatch. Got the snatch in there. Fire extinguisher, I'm going to mount that to the front. The battery's nice and tucked up in there. So I'll quickly run through the 12 volt tower. I've got 4 switch rocker panel, 6 blade fuse holder. Over here we got the 40 amp DC and a drive charger. You can set that to whatever. I've got it set on 25 amps at the moment. Thing is a beast of a unit. We just got the circuit breakers down here and then another outlet because you can never have too many outlets. And around here we got the Kicker, what are they, twin 12-inch slimline sub. That fits nicely in between the fridge and the power box. That thing cranks some heat too. And now back around to my favorite design of this setup, the fridge. So in here we've got the Evercool 55 litre fridge. That's nice and schmick there, but this is what I love the most. Buzzer. So when you're out on a summer's day, reach through, grab your beers, under the awning. This beast. Proper bit of kit, this thing. So that's a wrap for the build, a wrap for the setup, wrap for the 12 volt. I'm just going to say I'm toey on this setup at the moment. It's a beast. Can't wait to get out and start tripping, lapping with the boys, with the missus. It's going to be fucking perler, man. It's just going to change the way I camp, the way I live out of the car. I could easily go on week trips with this setup now. No problems at all. Just want to give a massive shout out to Harley for helping me with this. We teamed up to make a killer setup in this thing. If you need a setup yourself, hit us up. We might be able to sort you out with something. But for now, we're just going to get out there and enjoy what we got. Keep your eyes open. I'm going to be getting some hoodies on the way off the boat, man. They're going to be fresh. So stay tuned in the Instagram account. So that's a wrap for the video. If I can say one thing, if you're going to do it properly. This is done properly. I'm happy.